So thank you very much, John. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, organizers, and fellow participants. I'm very pleased to be here with you today and share my insights on the need of strengthening regional alliances and building bridges in the Eastern Mediterranean, which could not be more timely. Given the current geopolitical turmoil from conflicts between Russia and Ukraine, Israel and Palestine, India and Pakistan, as well as the current tariff disputes and the global economic instability, has elevated the need to build bridges among countries of a paramount importance. In this aspect, Cyprus historically played and will continue to play an even more critical role in fostering dialogue and stability in the region. Regarding Cyprus and Israel, over the years, Israelis have made Cyprus one of their preferred locations. For Israeli investors and businesses, Cyprus offers a unique blend of opportunities, both due to its close proximity to Israel, its business ecosystem, which I delve into more detail shortly, but also due to the high standards of living and quality of life. This is demonstrated by a growing number of foreign direct investments in Cyprus, to name a few: the Larnaca Port and Marina project of about $1 billion investments in the energy sector from groups like Delect and the Great Sea Interconnector, and some other sectors like healthcare, IT and software development, real estate and hospitality. These developments highlight the expanding economic ties and tremendous potential for continued collaboration between Cyprus and Israel. Cyprus and Greece have been long-standing partners. The government led by Prime Minister Mitsotakis has brought economic prosperity to the country and has built strong foundations to create further opportunities for collaboration. Besides sharing the same language and culture, and of course the same love for food and ouzo, Cyprus' legal system, modeled on English common law and international friendly tax framework, has made Cyprus the ideal location for investing in and out of Greece. Looking beyond these strategic alliances, Cyprus has proven time and time again that it is a reliable, trustworthy, robust business destination. Cyprus has the underpinning structure to create and enhance opportunities through its legal system as a common law jurisdiction where the principles of equity apply. EU Court of Justice decisions are binding, as well as decisions by the UK courts can create precedents. From a tax perspective, Cyprus boasts a modern, transparent and efficient system in full conformity and compliance with European law, with an effective corporate tax rate as low as 2.5% and an advantageous framework for large groups that need to comply with global minimum tax rules. This, together with Cyprus' attractive personal tax regime, employment income tax as low as 17.5%, and a very generous non-domicile regime, has made Cyprus the preferred location for high net worth individuals and high-pay executives. On the reputation front, Cyprus has made a real progress in establishing itself as a reputable jurisdiction, evident by the May 2024 Manival report rating Cyprus as compliant and largely compliant with its recommendation, fully in line with OECD and global developments on transparency. Cyprus is a signatory to the Council of Europe and OECD Multilateral Convention on MAP and was early adopter of various BEPS and EU tax-related directives. Finally, Cyprus is investment graded by all three major credit rating agencies. Additionally, Cyprus is actively investing in modernizing its financial services sector, infrastructure, and fostering climate on innovation and sustainable. In the context of strengthening strategic alliances in the Eastern Mediterranean, Cyprus has also looked across the Atlantic, setting as priority cooperation with the United States. The past year was one of many firsts. Towards the end of 2024, the first strategic dialogue between the United States and Cyprus was launched, reaffirming the shared commitment to regional security and stability. More recently, the President of the Republic of Cyprus carried out visits across the United States to promote Cyprus' offering. Cyprus has made notable headway joining United States visa waiver program, and more recently the legislative initiative to establish and institutionalize the Eastern Mediterranean as a strategic hub with the framework of the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC, which is currently advancing in the US Congress with the introduction of the Eastern Mediterranean Act, a bill that seeks to deepen U.S. energy and defense cooperation with key partners such as Greece, Cyprus, Israel, and Egypt. All the above has raised confidence in Cyprus with various U.S. investments across sectors, such as energy, notably the gas exploitation sector by ExxonMobil and Chevron, technology. Recently, we had Testorent, a tech giant specialized in AI, showing interest in establishing Cyprus, financial services with Cyprus Capital Management acquiring more than 2.4 billion on non-performing loans, and healthcare through the investment of CVC Capital. In addition to the U.S. investment, there is an increased number of U.S. multinationals and private equity houses that have selected Cyprus to set up their financing, IP holding or regional headquarters as their gateway to Europe, Middle East, and more recently India. Of course, no discussion on regional alliances is complete without addressing the complex relationship between Cyprus and Turkey. The situation remains a core concern for the people of Cyprus and a challenge for peace and stability in the border region. Yet Cyprus remains committed to dialogue, to comprehensive, just, and lasting solution based on international law and the relevant UN Security Council resolutions. Cyprus will continue to work with its partner and regional partners to turn conflict into cooperation and division into dialogue. In conclusion, Cyprus has all the ingredients to build bridges and strengthen regional alliances in the Eastern Mediterranean and the US. With a resilient economy, a strong focus on innovation, transformation, and a clear vision for the future. Once again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to address the summit, and I look forward for a fruitful discussion.
We are running a bit into the next session, but I think we've got time for a few questions. I think you highlighted very well there in your introduction the attractiveness of Cyprus as an investment destination, its strong points, its location, legal, regulatory, human capital, etc. Just wanted to ask you, just in your role, Head of International Client Services at PwC, what are the main services you're providing? What are some of the main issues that you're dealing with in terms of your clients and investors looking who are already active in the market or looking to get involved?
Yes, thank you, John. Yes, as you mentioned, I'm heading our international client service offering. Effectively, what we do is we support international clients, either corporation or individuals, with setting up through Cyprus. Our services are modeled on the concept of one-stop shop, and where we advise them and support them on identifying the right structure, implementing it, and maintaining it. And that involves the whole spectrum of services from tax, legal, accounting, banking, to immigration, and so on and so forth. Now, in terms of challenges, as we have seen over the last few years, Cyprus have seen quite a lot of foreign investments in Cyprus. The good thing is quite diverse in terms of sectors. We have seen that in the energy sector, in the hospitality, IT, and infrastructure, and there is quite a very good sort of returns for investors in this sector, with a lot of security that the legal system Cyprus provides in that front.
Okay, as a kind of segue into the next session, the panel discussion about the region and strengthening the region's relationship with the US and US investment. Just wanted to ask you about, you've outlined the kind of some of the strongest sectors in Cyprus. What do you think could be done more than is the case already in terms of strengthening this kind of the regional alliance? What could Cyprus and Greece and Israel do more together to to kind of build the sort of commercial relationships, trading relationships that are going to benefit all of them. For example, Israel's expertise in innovation and tech. I mean, obviously that's something where Cyprus has got a growing sector as well. Could there be more in cooperation across the tourism sector, the defense sector, cybersecurity, and so on?
Yes, that's very valid. I have to say that over the last few years, there is quite an enhanced cooperation with those countries, especially with the initiative of the US and the 3+1 initiative there. I can see the countries quite complementary in terms of what they're offering, which that's in a way, if you combine the three countries together, you have a very attractive propositions for investors, but also enhancing the region. One example is the Great Sea Interconnector, which will unlock a lot of opportunities in the energy sector and in the renewable sector, as well as it will, currently Israel and Cyprus are bidding in isolation in the energy sector, and that can help. As you mentioned, IT, we can leverage on the expertise of each country, and actually Cyprus has been one of the solutions based on the geopolitical instability, where we have seen more than 40,000 people moving to Cyprus in terms of setting their IT hubs following the conflicts of Ukraine and Russia. So there's quite a lot of areas that each country can complement each other and attract investors in the region.
Okay, that's great. Well, thanks very much, Zacharias, for being with us today. Please join me in thanking Mr. Clerides.